Good evening, everyone. Liam here again, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got an exciting Assassin's Creed report to go over, and I have some thoughts on what's been rumored. Before I start, I will preface that until stated otherwise, this is technically a rumor, and I don't want to be the type of person who calls everything a rumor just to save face, because I don't actually care. I'm not staking anything on this being true, except my own expectations, because I personally believe that this is likely true, but that's my own decision to make. Make your own. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. So this report comes from Sigis Lawman on Reddit, who has a history of reporting on Assassin's Creed information. And in this post, they explain that all this information has come from an alleged playtester who has played Assassin's Creed Red. So the Reddit post explains that there's apparently a possible tutorial mission set between 1450 and 1470. Tentative, the tester didn't confirm if this was certain. This is likely untrue actually, as reports state that this game has the appearance of Oda Nobunaga, meaning that this game is in the Sengoku period, so it's actually the mid to late 1500s, not 1400s. Possibly means that they meant to say 1550 and 1570. It explains why the tester wasn't certain. There are apparently two significant time jumps shown in cutscenes. Naui, or Naue, not sure how it's pronounced, prologue involves a burning village when she's younger, before a time skip to when she's an adult. We learn about her motivations and why she wants to go after the Order, this is likely the Templars, and the prologue starts off with a war cry off screen and the camera panning over to a small village under attack. Fire, death and smog fill the village. A character is first introduced in this who will be a crucial part of the story later on. The male samurai, who is implied to be or actually is Yasuke, is taken in by a clan. The female shinobi, Naue, is already part of a clan, already known to be the Iga clan of the ninja led by Nagato Fujibayashi, her father. The fact that Yasuke and Nagato Fujibayashi are real figures from the 16th century confirms that the playtester did just make a mistake before. Both of their interests align to a certain point. They will work together against a common enemy, but they normally wouldn't otherwise. Parkour. Apparently Parkour is at least a lot better than the last four games. He mentions Unity and an improvement, but I don't know if that means it's at the same level Unity was. I hope both Unity's parkour and parkour animations are both being looked at for inspiration. I did not play Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'll preface that, but I did not necessarily enjoy what I played in Odyssey, and Mirages is just serviceable. So I'm looking for really good parkour in Red. The one city the tester had access to was densely populated, with the urban level design catering towards parkour, being able to traverse cities without touching the ground once. This is exciting. You can use the grappling hook for parkour and climbing, since you're not able to climb anything and everything anymore. I do wonder if it's like Syndicates. You're definitely not going to be able to make actual tether lines, but it's probably mechanically similar to Sekiro. Mention of parkour puzzles. Now, I don't know if they mean these are parkour puzzles in terms of like actually navigating the city. Perhaps there's certain areas that require, some thinking to navigate, or do they actually mean like the Assassin's Tombs in Assassin's Creed 2? I'm assuming the former. The dual protagonist system is not exactly like Syndicates. I tried to ask more about this, but I couldn't get a gauge on whether it would be an improved version or something else entirely. You'd have to go back to the base in order to switch characters. This makes me think that Naui and Yasuke are actually quite different if you actually have to go back to the base to switch them. There are no mocapped cutscenes so far, but there's still an overall improvement over the last four games. I hope that this game has mocapped cutscenes. I have a lot of complaints over the RPG nature of modern Assassin's Creed games, but nothing is more annoying than, because of how large they are now, mocapped cutscenes are a rarity. So I really hope, some significant cutscenes, since we have defined protagonists as opposed to some of the optional who you get to play as. Even though the models don't change between Ivor and Cassandra and Alexios, it's still, all the cutscenes had to be made with both characters in mind. So the fact that this is defined, it's either Naui or Yasuke, I hope that we actually do get some nice mocapped cutscenes again, because it is quite a shame when you compare them. Mythology. The tester has heard mentions of wanting to keep it more grounded, but the same was said with Valhalla, and look what happened. Now, this isn't Ubisoft's marketing team saying they want the game to be more grounded. This is what the playtester has personally heard. And Ubisoft's marketing team definitely overpromised a lot of things leading up to Valhalla, so I'll give them benefit of the doubt for now. But I also hope they don't take the wrong message about some of the, more hardcore complaints about well, Origins started, and then what Valhalla and Odyssey included. Sci-fi elements in Assassin's Creed are cool. They absolutely belong in Assassin's Creed. I just think that the realistic scale has been kind of destroyed by what Odyssey and Valhalla did. That's a shame. But, the fact that Assassin's Creed Red is going to be set in the 16th century is reassuring somewhat. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't want to see yokai in this game. Valhalla has some great ideas in some of its lore, but I don't really like seeing monsters in Assassin's Creed. And then finally, base building is customizable, which was actually reported on previously, but you don't get to pick your color schemes, only shapes and design. But that's cool. I have no opinion on that. That just sounds cool. Other miscellaneous info. The title was changed twice already, as the original name sounded something like out of an anime. Naoi's leaked art is apparently an in-game design. Sure, but I do wonder why there would be a high-quality render if it's an in-game design. I just don't know why you would make an asset out of that, but who knows. The outfit of the ninja in the red reveal trailer is not Naoi, it's just a generic ninja assassin. That makes sense. There was an issue regarding the time period, where the tester said that the game takes place before Valhalla, which obviously doesn't make any sense considering the shinobi weren't active until around the 1300s. They later corrected themselves and said it was because their notes were messy. The tester potentially slipped up when they mentioned a hypothetical involving a Yasuke outfit in the Infinity Store, but I wasn't able to find out more. Now, I'm not sure what he means by that, like what part of this is hypothetical. Are they saying that the samurai character is not Yasuke and the skin is of Yasuke? Are they saying that the fact that they mentioned the Infinity Store is the slip up? Or were they going to say more and they caught themselves? So I'm not actually sure what this Reddit post is implying was the slip up here, because none of this is particularly noteworthy. All the music heard is instrumental stuff like flutes, and the game is releasing in October, which I think was reported on before, and also that's the usual time period for Assassin's Creed. And we've actually got some Assassin's Creed Infinity miscellaneous info. So corroborates the leak that it's actually a hub to launch the main game, so it's a glorified launcher like the recent Call of Duty games, with modern day and small sizable DLCs for each upcoming game. Microtransactions are optional and implied to only be accessible through Infinity. It's meant to hold everything in one place. We can boot up games from the main menu as we can now, but when you pause the game and select store, it's replaced with some kind of menu in the Infinity Hub. My thoughts on the Infinity Hub is that it's dumb. It's a waste of time and money. I'm withholding judgment until it's out, but I think this just sounds pointless and also potentially quite bad, but I am going to withhold judgment for when it's out. New third-person protagonist with character creation. I'm assuming Infinity will have a protagonist that is meant to be you, as if you're using the Infinity platform, which is the way they've been going since Black Flag. I'm still just not a fan of how disparate all Assassin's Creed games have been since Assassin's Creed 3. He mentioned something called Dynasty, but it's not an official name. It's something else unrelated to Red. No idea what this could be, but Assassin's Creed Dynasty as a code name is interesting because the word Dynasty is usually associated with China. And that's besides the fact that there's already a book literally called Assassin's Creed Dynasty, but this is a code name after all. And we already have a pseudo-ish mainline Assassin's Creed game set in China with Assassin's Creed Jade, plus we have Assassin's Creed Chronicles China as well. But yes, that's the entire Reddit post. My thoughts on Assassin's Creed Red currently is, since its announcement, I have been cautiously excited. Shinobi Assassin's Creed has been an obvious idea since like this for the franchise's inception, and it's very exciting that it's happening now. I am just not the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed currently. I kind of stopped playing around when Origins came out. I definitely don't dislike Origins. I was just kind of burnt out. I despised Odyssey when I played it, and I never bought Valhalla. So a lot of my specific I can't complain specifically about Valhalla, but it didn't interest me. I did get Mirage though. Mirage is fine. It's good. It basically scratched the itch, but it doesn't do anything more than that. So Assassin's Creed Red, with all of its reports on a emphasis on stealth and parkour, is really exciting. And I hope that, if the combat is good, if the game's polished, if it actually has a rich story with a a protagonist that we can love, like previous characters like Ezio or Edward, I'm down. I can look past some of the RPG elements I still just don't fit this. I still don't think fit this franchise, but I can't say too much. But all these reports, honestly, there isn't a single thing reported that has me concerned. It's just the fact that we haven't seen gameplay yet. But we're supposedly seeing gameplay in the next month or so. So I'm gonna withhold judgment, like I said before, until we see it. But all these rumors are pretty exciting. Well, that was everything I had to say on this report, but I want to know, what do you guys think? Are you excited for Assassin's Creed Red? Do these rumors interest you? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and you have yourself a good evening.